Nice to meet you.
Thanks so much for joining us. It's a pleasure. You've got a wonderful suite here.
Thank you. Yep, got lucky.
How was the trip from Alabama?
It was a little bumpy, but we got here. The rooms just now got ready for me, but excited to be here. It's been a while, so it's really good to see everything. I've made a little trip over to the exhibit hall. Things are getting finalized, so it's going to be a good show, I think.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it myself. We went there earlier today to try to get some interviews, but not much was going on. Well, at least we got our press passes.
Right.
So yeah, I've been reading about what you guys are doing, and it's really amazing. You're doing like 4K streaming with no low latency,
That's right.
and also you have a KVM switch with no latency.
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about the KVM switch you're coming out with.
Sure. So the product line that you'll see at the show is it's underneath the Avocent brand. So the Avocent brand's been around for a long time. One of the very early KVM companies, actually. So obviously 4K is the big thing now. So we've got multiple product lines that support 8K. The big one is obviously the KVM, but there's also behind the scenes type streaming as well. So what you'll see is basically three different product lines. One of them is for the stadium experience. So we are partners with the Columbus Crew in Columbus, Ohio. And they use our equipment for a number of things. They stream the live content to the stadium itself where the fans are interacting with the show. Behind the scenes, you'll have the broadcasters that are using our equipment to do the editing and moving of the different cameras and stuff. That's almost in real time. And then behind the scenes, you even have another layer where a lot of the computing is done and the networking. And so it's a data center that will have our racks, our power, and our cooling to help provide for that digital infrastructure. It's very critical to keep all that machinery working well.
That's amazing. Now, how is this going to help transform government agencies and broadcast networks?
4K is also being used inside the government agencies, obviously with the monitors and stuff, and then the working from home now. So it's become even more important for you to have that interaction with your workplace from anywhere in the world. For the government, there's a secure product line even that it has additional security built in around it. So that it's a lot harder to intrude on. So what you'll see here is mainly what's meant for the broadcasting side, but we do have those products available too.
Now, for those people out there who aren't familiar with KVM and 4K no latency streaming, can you explain a little bit more about KVM and how that user experience changes with zero latency?
Sure. So obviously when you're at your computer, you have your keyboard and your mouse and your monitor. That's the video, so that's how KVM came about. And so the way the switching works, if you have multiple computers that you're working with, you just push a button and it will switch to that computer so that you only have to have one keyboard, one mouse, and one monitor. And then obviously over the years with the internet, now then you can do that from anywhere in the world. And I think that's one of the biggest things that Avocent does is that you can do it from anywhere here, and it's a lot more secure because we have built-in certificates and stuff between the user and the system.
And how's a typical setup like that for, say, the Columbus Crew's broadcast? You have like the person controlling the graphics, and they're connected with your KVM switch to the computers like miles away, right?
That's correct. So they'll have a few inside the stadium that they're using to control the different cameras. Also, whatever graphics that they have, the videos that they'll want to play and stuff. And then so they're switching between the different computers that have that content on it. And then behind it is obviously the networking piece to get that outside the stadium for the broadcasting on air.
Great. And how long has Verda been around?
Verda is a fairly new company. We went public in February of 2020. And Avocent's been a brand that's been around for 20-something years at this point. The merger between the companies, because Vertiv was a networking, broadcast, critical infrastructure for data centers, large data centers, because we do a lot of IT management as well, the KVM just kind of fit in line with where things were headed.
What do you see as the future for broadcasting? I mean, it seems like every year there's a bigger camera coming out, 8K, 12K, probably gonna have 16K next
Right,
year, you know.
right.
What do you see the challenges for broadcasting and how you can help to change that?
Yeah, so one of the biggest problems has always been how big is your network speed. So just like at your home, you know, what's your wireless connection, and then how do you get outside to get it to a gigabit or 10 gigabit. So that's always kind of been more of the limitation, is just how much data can you get across. So that's when compression becomes involved. And so we've got our own compression algorithms that we've have done over many years. And so as the monitors and the compute gets better, there's more data, there's more granularity in the color, it's faster. So now then you either have to compress it more to get it over a small pipe, or you don't compress it as much, and then you've got like a gig or a 10 gig network. So what you'll see is, you know, as the resolutions keep going up, either your compression algorithm has to get better, which means you got to be a lot faster and have more compute power, or the network is going to get bigger. So 5G is a big thing that's coming, right? So that will give you even better wireless connectivity with your gear.
Yes, exciting. We're living in exciting times right now, and so glad that you could join us for this.
Appreciate it.
How can people find you at NAB?
So we've got a big booth here. Come by, it's an Avocent booth, so you'll see Avocent and Verda on the booth. We've got multiple monitors up. We're excited about the display. It looks good. We'll have quite a few different ways of demoing what we can do, and look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, yes, we're definitely going to stop by the booth tomorrow, and I hope you guys can join us too. We're going to be broadcasting in and out tomorrow from Live View, Blackmagic Design, Vertiv, all kinds of cool places. Thank you so much for joining us,
Nice
Donnie.
meeting you. See you.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.
Thank you.